We welcome the new people. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to have a chat with Andy and see if you can learn anything from what we discussed tonight. So, Andy, if you want to unmute your microphone, that's brilliant. First of all, can you just explain to people what you were doing prior to Clean Easy and how you came across Clean Easy, please, Andy?
Yeah, sure, Kevin. Basically, I'd been in the security industry for about 14 years, and I was looking, like a lot of people, just to earn a bit of extra money, and that's initially how I got involved with the business. And I started off working very part-time around the shifts that I was working at that moment, and in my first 4 weeks, earned £250, and that sort of got me sort of on the go with the business. I did that for a couple of years, and then I got sort of a bit more serious and actually tripled my customer base with customers, and then went on a sort of I plateaued for a while, for a few years, because I wasn't doing any personal development. But then I was kind of like saw the light and decided to start getting sort of serious with the business. And during that period of time, got up to the gold, and now we've got up to the senior level. I say we, of course. Then Sue joined me a couple of years ago, and now we're sort of really focused and dying to crack on with the year.
So when you first started in Clean Easy, Andy, a lot of the time you were retailing full time to make that immediate income. Can you tell people in the early days how much you were actually retailing on a monthly basis and what sort of income you were earning from that? Because I know to start with you didn't get into the team building straight away, did you? You were quite a big retailer to start with.
No, yeah, I was consistently retailing around about £3,000 to £4,000 a period. So I was earning sort of like about one to £1.5 grand, but that was purely from retail.
Yeah, and that's obviously before the K-Life catalogue and everything else. You were just doing that with the Clean Easy catalogue. And how were you doing that at the time? Was that blanket dropping, presenting, or what were you doing at the time?
It was all blanket dropping, posting. I didn't do any presenting. We didn't do it then.
They want an option, were
it? Showing my age here. But yeah, I mean, it worked, you know. And at the time, I just need, like a lot of people, I needed the money to be coming in quickly, so I just knuckled down, got on with it, and it was doing what I intended it to do, which I needed the money. That was the main thing at that moment in time.
Absolutely. Now, when you went gold, you qualified for Hong Kong. Do you want to tell people what changed? What made you go from doing like full-time retail to sponsoring and building a business?
I think I could see that there was I only had to raise my game what I felt was a small percentage in order to qualify, in order to get to that level of gold. The other thing was I was starting to get some really good people coming into my team who were consistent and regular, like Margaret, for example, who's now gold herself. And with the help of the other people coming into the business, then I think that's when it really sort of, when you realise that you can, by working as a team and by helping your team members to get what they want from the business, then that obviously that helps you to move forward. And that, I think that was it really, when those sort of things came together.
So you sponsor a few people, they start putting some results through. Margaret, who's done fantastically well, went gold recently, and you obviously start to see how the benefits of building a team starts to work, don't you? A lot of people start by accident, just introduce a couple of people, and then when you start to see the results, you think, actually, this works.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So what would you say your main business goals are for 2015?
We are looking. We set some goals right at the beginning of the year, and specifically they were to be 10 wide by the end of period 4, and we're still with that. I'm still focused on that. We've had a slow start to the year because of obviously things that have happened, as we know. You know, Sue lost and this and that, but I'm still very focused on that. Another goal that we've got is to get up to the income level of £2,800. Now, if we do that by going bronze, by breaking another goal, that's fantastic. If we don't, that's fine. We are specifically looking at the income level. So the goal is the income level rather than going sort of up another level within the business. And also, once we've hit that 10 wide, to look at going beyond that. So I'd say specifically those are the two things. So by the end of the year, by period 13, we're looking to be earning around about £2,800 plus, and to be more than 10 wide. And Sue's goal is to, once we've achieved that level, is to leave her job and to come into the business more on a full-time basis rather than part-time, which is what she's doing at the moment.
Yeah, fantastic, Andy. That's brilliant. So just for the benefit of the new people, what he means by 10 active wide is everybody that you sponsor into the business becomes what we call your front line, but not everybody that you sponsor will actually get started. That's just the way it is. That's life, unfortunately. But when you get the people in who activate, and to activate means do more than £300 of orders in a 4-week period, then when you're 10 active wide, that's 10 people frontline doing in excess of £300 every 4 weeks, then that's a fantastic place to be. The company recognises that position and awards you with a certificate and pens and makes a big deal out of it, because it is a very good position to be in. Karen Boardman last week spoke, or a fortnight ago, spoke about being 10 active wide, and if you look at the video we put on the Facebook page, it's on there for you to see Karen and Andy now talking about being 10 active wide, because that is where you need to be if you're serious about making over £1,000 a month residual income, money coming in whether you work or not. On that point, Andy says it's the income that's important, £2,800 a month. Some people in Clean Easy chase pin levels. They want to move up the pay plan, but by chasing pin levels, they're not always increasing their income, which will get explained as you get further and further into the business. But if you want to make profit, and profit's the name of the game, we recommend that you retail at least £1,000 to £1,500 a month. Now with the K-Life and the Clean Easy book, £1,000 to £1,500 a month will start making you good money, and then building that 10 active wide for profit. Okay, so final question, Andy. What would you say you would do differently this year compared to last year that would make the biggest difference in your business?
I'll be a lot more focused and avoid distractions, and look at my goals more frequently. The more you look at your goals, and the more learn them off by heart, so that you know exactly what your goals are. It's very easy. If you haven't got it written down, that's really important. Write your goals down. If you haven't got them written down, it kind of becomes a bit wishy-washy, and if it becomes wishy-washy, it's not in your mind. So the more it's in your mind, the more focused you will be on it. Obviously, it doesn't stop there, but I think that's really important. And the other thing I would say is really important, which you need to be doing all the time, is the personal development.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Nothing's going to happen without the personal development.
Like you say, it doesn't stop there, but it does start there. It
Yes.
starts with having a goal, having it written down, knowing what you want and where you're going. And you're absolutely right, Andy. The personal development is key. But as you're going to learn, it's not just personal development, it's your professional development as well, your industry, learning about the industry you're involved in and how to make it work best for you. So it's personal and professional development. Cheers, Andy. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate your time, and I hope people have learned something. We'll be sticking that short interview up on Facebook. Share it with your friends, share it with your team members, and let's get the best out of it.